fighters, pound for pound fighters, top dogs and kings of the respective division got there because they was the hunters. They beat the best to be the best. In the 140-pound division, the two-time lineal champion, Teofimo Lopez, beat Josh Taylor to become just that. And we seen Teofimo Lopez still hunting to be the best, still hunting to be the great. You know what I'm saying? To enhance his greatness. And he's calling out Terrence Bud Crawford. And Terrence Bud Crawford seems like he don't want to give Teofimo Lopez the fight, but it got his attention. But yet, in the meantime, the hunters also forget that they're in the position to be hunted. Just like Teofimo Lopez is hunting Bud Crawford, just like Teofimo Lopez have hunted Vasily Lomachenko in the 135-pound division and the 140-pound division, just like Naoya Inoue needed a hunt to fight the unified champion at the time, Stephen Fulton, just like Canelo Alvarez went out there to fight Sergey Kovalev when he went to the 175-pound division after his 160-pound run. Just like Alexander Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, when he went from undisputed at cruiserweight and went up there to the heavyweight division and captured the undisputed, he dared to be great. But now when you're in that position, you are hunted now. You have to embrace that as well. And Jack Catterall with a great victory last night versus Regis Prograis, a former credible champion and probably still ranked top 5 when they fought, is calling out Teofimo Lopez. And let me say it like this. Jack Catterall, if anybody's deserving of a title shot, Jack Catterall in the 140-pound division deserve a title shot more than anybody else. His resume speaks for itself in the 140-pound division. Teofimo Lopez has great wins like Josh Taylor, but guess what? Jack Catterall also got that great win. And some people may debate him. Some people may argue that before Josh Taylor fought Teofimo Lopez, he lost to Jack Catterall. But he got that opportunity to get it back. Teofimo Lopez got to him first. But people out there feel like Jack Catterall got to Josh Taylor first. And this is why it makes a lot of sense. And especially in the position where Jack Catterall is at right now, that he get a title shot from Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez is willing to stay at 140-pound division and not moving to 147, he's not going to be fighting Brian Norman Jr. He's not going to be fighting Boots, right? Boots is going to be fighting Karen in a couple of weeks or next week, put it that way, right? And, you know, Bud Crawford, we don't know if that fight gonna materialize. So if Teofimo Lopez is willing to stay in the 140-pound division, the fight that needs to take place for the 140-pound strap for the lineal title, Jack Catterall needs to get that opportunity. And Teofimo Lopez, if he stays in the 140-pound division, should not avoid Jack Catterall, should not duck Jack Catterall. Y'all already know that Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza is going to be fighting. Arnold Barboza been in position to fight Teofimo Lopez for quite some time. And yes, Teofimo Lopez was elevated as a WBO super champion, in which he's not strict. He's not stricken to a mandatory challenger like this. But when you're a super WBO, you do get mandated after 18 months, in which that 18 months is probably going to be up very, very soon, within months. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna end in June. Not June. I'm sorry, January or February, right? So I think after that, the WBO it could mandate Teofimo Lopez to fight the mandatory challenger. I don't know at this point where Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza are going to be fighting through which sanctioning bodies, but if they fight outside of the WBO, I believe it makes a lot of sense. And it's just due for Jack Catterall to be in mandatory position. And I feel like that fight yesterday should have been like a final elimination bout, because Jack Catterall deserved a title shot. And Teofimo Lopez, the king of the division, the top dog in the division, the lineal champion of the division, should give him the title shot. Nobody deserves it more than Jack Catterall. Nobody deserves a title shot more than Jack Catterall in a 140-pound division, non-champions. Nobody deserves it more than Jack Catterall. And Teofimo Lopez, knowing that he's all about retro, knowing he's all about daring to be great, I think that he should respect the position that Jack Catterall is at right now. And if he can't be, and if he's unsuccessful in being the hunter, because he still want to, of course, Teofimo Lopez is still young, still want to enhance his legacy. At least you have, not at least, but you have to also understand that the king is also hunted. Jack Catterall is hunting Teofimo Lopez right after the fight. He said, hello, Teofimo Lopez on his Twitter feed. It's time for Teofimo Lopez, if he stays in the 140-pound division, to give Jack Catterall an opportunity. Is rightfully so. As a matter of fact, I would like Teofimo Lopez to go out there in the UK and perform versus over 20, 30,000 people, probably more. Probably more. I think it'll be a great atmosphere, almost like when Kell Brook fought Earl the True Spence. I know that Jack Catterall could talk his ish. Eddie Hearn does not like Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez does not like Eddie Hearn. And Teofimo Lopez, as we all know how to entice a great fight, know how to promote a fight alongside with his dad. Get that fight done. I would like to see Jack Catterall versus Teofimo Lopez in February. Probably soon. Sooner than that. But I know that Jack Catterall, let me see. We got, November, December, January, February. I think February, give him a month of recuperating, of break. You know what I'm saying? Heal a couple of injuries, heal a couple of, minor concussions or whatever from the Regis Prograis fight, and get in the ring with Teofimo Lopez. I believe that Jack Catterall is highly deserving, like I said 1,000 times. And Teofimo Lopez should give him that opportunity, because Teofimo Lopez is all about greatness. But also, great fighters need to give that type of opportunity for Jack Catterall. Again, this is the fight to be made. This is the primary fight in the 140-pound division. Of course, there's other unification bouts, but Jack Catterall, he might not be a champion, but he put in more work in the 140-pound division than the other champions. He put in more work than Puello. He put in more work than Rayo. He put in more work. Who else? Then Pyro. Pyro got a good win. I would like to see that fight as well. But I think that it's Teofimo Lopez's job to through the WBO, because he just became a WBO international champion. I believe it's up to Teofimo Lopez. I think he needs to set the tone, like he's been setting the tone since day one. That's why he's the most accomplished young fighter in the sport of boxing of this young generation. That's why I always call him the commander-in-chief, the leader of this generation, the leader of the new school. Stay being a leader. Give this man an opportunity, because and everybody else know that he earned the right to get a title shot. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.